Hey guys, Jason here. Alright, well, looks like the wind is blowing good out there. I'm going to do this video for my buddy Wayne. Just got home from work and it was cold in here. I left the thermostat set at 60 and went to work, and when I come home I guess I was out of propane, so it was really cold in here. Right now it's 40 degrees outside. We were getting some good winds, 17-mile-an-hour peak, average of 6 right now, but they're all over the place, usually around 10 to 15, maybe 20-mile-an-hour winds or more sometimes. So power might go out again. Let's see here. So anyway, I come home and it was cold in here, so I went ahead and I started a fire, and so I got the fire going, get some heat going, and then I ran down and I bought some more propane for the furnace. I'll probably end up crashing out here tonight, sleeping on the couch. This is like that couch that Wayne was talking about in his trailer. You know, you just grab it, slide it out, flip it down, and it makes kind of like a twin size bed, or a little bigger. Oh, I don't know, almost a queen or a full, whatever. Yeah, probably a twin or full, I don't know. That makes into a bed. So I crash on this. There, oh, that's how you do it. I never just crash on that tonight. Power is probably going to go out, so that's why I'll just crash out here tonight. Let's see here. Turbine charge controller is working. And the batteries are fully charged. We're sitting at 12.7 volts. Oh, you see that little blink? That was the dump load. That's this thing kicking on once in a while. It just comes on for a second, slows the turbine down, and then it goes up. Easy as that. It doesn't kick on for 5 seconds or something, drain your batteries down like the old one does. This one, mine, just turns on enough to keep the voltage below. Right now I have it set at 15 volts, so it keeps that voltage below 15 volts. Alright, so anyway, let's talk about the camper trailer here. This is a 26-foot J-Feather ultralight camper. See, I got to do some cleaning, but hey, you know, it's just my man cave. Bathroom back there, a stove and a sink. Not much for cabinet or countertop space at all. Microwave, of course. And then over on this side, we got you know, some storage, refrigerator, electrical panel, and stuff. Now, now Wayne was saying he was thinking about moving his kitchen in his, so that the kids might have a place. But I mean, you could do that. I'm not sure exactly how long you're planning on living in it, Wayne. But moving these refrigerators is kind of difficult because they have propane lines running to them also. So you got, and they all run in the floor, underneath the flooring. So if you want to move the refrigerator, you'll have to move those propane lines also, and they're made out of solid copper, so it makes them a little more difficult to move stuff around inside your living area. As far as the side, you know, the walls and the ceilings and stuff, it's just that really thin 1/4-inch plywood stuff. And you could probably be able to get that stuff at the recycle yards, like you were saying. You were thinking of trying to find it. You could probably even use, like in our house, or my house here, we got that wood paneling, you know, that really thin wood paneling, and it's back in the 70s, you know, they used it all the time. So, and our house has got a bunch of it in there because it looked like someone had tried to remodel it back in the 70s. Let's see here. Yeah, I took out my bed also. It was a queen size bed up there, and I took that out because I don't need it. I'll make it so that I can have a countertop back there that I can fold back into a bed if I want a bed up there. Also, like you say, I took out my because I like it open, you know, a lot more area, floor space and room. I had a dinette that was right here, and I took it out because it came out, you know, almost to where that floor vent is, and so that gave me just a little bit of room between there and there. You got to remember also, my couch slides out about 1.5 feet, a little pop out, just a little mini one, but it makes a big difference on the inside room. Let's see here. You are a lot of the components and pieces that you're thinking of using will probably have no problem with finding in a recycle. You can find some stuff that'll work in recycle, like 2x4s. It's like my trailer here, I have aluminum studs that run up and down the walls, and then in between the studs is Starfoam insulation, and then this 1/4 inch plywood is glued onto it, and the 1/4 inch plywood on the outside is glued onto it with a fiberglass, smooth fiberglass finish on the outside of it. So mine's a little different. But I know what you're talking about. You got that those little like 1x2s or whatever they are, or 2x2s for like your corners pieces and stuff. But yeah, you could probably take like 2x4s, rip them down with a table saw or something, you know, and make them the size you need them. And you could get the 2x4s easy enough from a salvage type yard. Let's see. Oh, you were talking about the damage in your bathroom because of that vent. Like here's a vent here. Yeah, up above there's spider web. Anyway, up above on the roof, just make sure you seal that up every year, or check them every year at least, because if you don't, then you'll get what you have in your bathroom, that where it'll leak through. Also check where the vent is. Check and make sure your roof's not bowing down any. If it does bow down, then water will pool up in that area, and then it'll just sit there and slowly seep in through the crack, and it'll damage your roof trusses and everything. So if it is bowing down, like your roof is sagging by where your vent is punched through, if it's sagging there, then water will pool up on it. So you'll have to work on the framing around it, get that roof to sit like it's supposed to, you know, nice and flat on the inside, and maybe, I don't know if yours is rounded on the outside or not. Mine on the top of the roof, it's got like it's kind of rounded outside, so the water slopes off to the sides and towards the front and back. Let's see, and the siding on the outside of the trailer, try to save that if you can to cut costs. I mean, if you're not planning on living in it for more than like a year or something, try to, you know, budget for just the repairs to make it last for a year. Like moving refrigerator around and stuff like that. I mean, you can do that if you want to, but if you're just going to be using it for like a year or something, it might be better just to leave it alone and not spend that extra money. Try to save that money for something else, and just live with it the way the layout is. And you do things like you say, up top you want to move that bed, make it a little smaller, so you have a little more room. The dinette you can change out, make it a little different. You can build your own type of setup up there. If you take that dinette out in yours, that'll give you a lot more area right there. And like you're saying, you can still put a curtain up or something and give the girls or your kids like their own little area, but it would still be the kitchen, so you'd still have. Well, that's kind of the thing about tiny living in small homes, is multi-purpose areas where they're used as more than just like instead of it being just a dinette set or a bed, it could be like mine. I took mine all the way out, and it's going to be a workbench pretty much. And then if I need to, I could take it, slide it out, flip the workbench over, and it'll have foam on it, and slide it back in, and now it's a bed. And but I don't need that dinette. So I mean, it's kind of what you need and what you want and what you're looking for. You're saying, I was reading some of your comments, you wanted to do some traveling with it around the country and exploring and talking to other people doing small living and stuff. I mean, so you got to make sure you keep it structurally sound also. And some parts of your interior framing also add structure, more strength to the structure itself. So like these cabinets here actually add more strength to hold the walls, and the curved part of the front of the trailer, they actually give a lot more strength to these corners of my my little travel trailer here. And so I left them, so, and they're on each side, so that gives adds more strength to the actual structure itself. So you have to keep that in mind also. If you want to try to gut it and then redo stuff, you got to remember where the flex points are and the structure is, to hold it together so that it won't just, you know, blow apart on you when you hit 60 or 70 mile an hour on the highway. Alright, well, I think I've kind of rambled on long enough. I don't know if I answered any of your questions, but maybe I've given you some things to maybe think about. Also, in the wintertime, these things are cold as heck. They have really no insulation, as you've probably noticed. So you can do things, like my windows are single pane windows. But you could do things like this for the wintertime. This is just that big bubble wrap stuff. You just spritz a little bit of water on the window, stick it up there, cut it out, and that insulates your single pane windows and gives you a little better insulation. Still lets the light through. You can still see a little bit through it, but you can't really make out figures or nothing. But it'll for the winter time it'll help, and in the summertime it'll help keep the hot out. Wintertime helps keep the heat in, or it keeps the cold out. I don't know, either way. And in summertime it helps keep the hot out. So things like that. I've also found that this shiny on both sides bubble wrap stuff, this stuff works really good for insulating. It's a radiant heat barrier. It has really no R value at all, except for the little bubble wrap, or little bubble pop-it things, those ones that you just sit there and pop. But anyway, that's kind of what it is, but it's shiny on both sides. Basically what this does is help hold the radiant heat inside and reflects the cold back outside, so it actually reflects the difference of temperature. Works pretty good. I like it stuff. Yeah, that's the stuff I put behind my little wood stove here, and it's cool to the touch. it reflects all the warm back away from my Starfoam wall, insulated walls, so that it keeps my wall from melting if I get this burning super hot, which most of the time I do. And burn it super hot because why not? Trying to save on propane, so that's why I use it. But yeah, so I found that that stuff works, and I cover, like I'll be covering my air conditioner again this year, and all my, find an air conditioner vent, here's one. I cover all my air conditioner vents. In the winter, I cover up my, this is one of those wind up vents, roof vents. I cover this one up front. I leave the one in the bathroom open. It's got the super fan in it that sucks all the hot air out. So, and up here I'll be putting that bubble wrap on the windows for the winter time. It really does make a difference. So, and there's things like this that you'll, this is a wheel well. I put that radiant heat barrier on the wheel well, over the wheel well. That helps with that. And yeah, this is where this is my charger for my trailer. It plugs in right here on the back side of my power panel. So I think what I'll do is I'll make a switch for that and stick it. You see, I covered these up because you can feel cold air just blowing right in here. So it's like things like this. They don't really plan on people living in their trailer for very long, you know, just for camping, you know, so it's not that big a deal. But when you're trying to actually live in it and you want to save on power usage, insulation is a big deal. I mean, like, we come over here, you look right here, there's a hole cut right through the floor, and you can look out if it wasn't dark outside, and you could see light underneath the trailer. This hole just goes straight out for no reason. It's really, that's what the water tank one. So that's got like a 32-gallon water tank underneath the floor here, and then a gray water tank is right in this area somewhere, and then the black water tank is back in that area somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, so I mean, insulating, finding holes and stuff like that, sealing them up, that'll help for wintertime. I mean, for me, wintertime is the worst because of no insulation and trying to heat this place for a decent price. And you'll run into a similar problem if you plan on living in it for, you know, like you were saying, a year doing some traveling. Hopefully you hit the warmer states during the winter time. Alright, anyway, I don't know, I might have just given you a lot more questions instead of helping answer any of them. So, alright, well, thanks for watching, you guys, and good luck there, Wayne. It looks like you got yourself, hopefully you got a good deal on that. I mean, it's a little beat up, but like you say, you could fix anything, so if it's a little beat up, if you got it for a good price, then it's definitely worth fixing. Alright, well, good luck, bud. I'll keep an eye on your videos, and if I have any ideas or here or there, I'll try to mention them to you. Alright, bye-bye.